We're trying this again. We are trying to go live again.
Bless the Lord.
Oh, that's much better. Already it's much better.
Yes.
Is it better for you too?
It's so much better.
Yay! All right, let's try this again. Okay, so everybody who's joining us live, welcome. Those of you who are joining us for the replay, welcome to the replay. I am Marina Mitchell. And
I'm Sandy Dunn.
And we are
Sacred Share. Also, I want to just say that we are great friends. We've come together as a widow and a widow's support person. I'm the widow who's working from home and trying to educate people, so I am not cute like Marina. She's working it out too with all of her girls, but
in fairness, I had a 2-hour jump.
Yes, true. Yes.
Sandy is on the Pacific Coast, and I am Central. We wanted to just welcome you and kind of talk a little bit about who we are, Sacred Share, who we represent, and why we're going live. Sandy, you want to talk about who are we?
So Sacred Share, we are a group of people who come around. Our nonprofit is here specifically for widowed women and widowed women who are raising kids. Some aren't, but we really are here to educate her and her community about what you need when you're on this widow path. So we want to embrace her and honor her and bless her, but also educate her community.
Yes, it's a big part of what we do. That's why our tagline is Walking with Widows. Our heart is for widows. As Sandy has said many times before, she is a subject matter expert, and so am I. And we come at it from two different angles. Sandy herself has been widowed for many years, and I am not a widow, but I have been walking alongside widows for many years. And that is really why we started Sacred Share, and that's the heart of it. And in the midst of these quarantines and a little bit of the crazy that's going on, we wanted to just go live with you and just say that we're here. We haven't made announcements about changing any dates for our March and April events. Those will be coming. You will see them. But we wanted to come live and just encourage you. Coming from the position of a person who walks alongside widows. What was that? I just wanted to encourage those of you who do know widows in your life, whether or not you are close to them. This is a very...
I have no idea.
We don't know why it's doing this. It just likes to go crazy on us sometimes. Okay, it can be a very triggering and traumatic time for women who have gone through loss. So my encouragement to those of you who are walking with widows or walking alongside those in your life, whether or not they are close to you, is to reach out to them. A simple text message, a phone call, to simply say, I'm just checking in. One of the big things that we find is that women who've been widowed, whose spouses have died, they oftentimes, and Sandy can attest to this, they oftentimes feel very forgotten. And in this chaos that is happening in the environment and in the atmosphere, sorry. I got a phone call.
We got you.
In this craziness, we just want to make sure that we are not forgetting. So even if you haven't forgotten about your friends, my suggestion is to be proactive and just reach out. If you can't actually physically reach out, you can physically pick up your phone and make a phone call or send a text message. You can send an email. That's my recommendation. I just want to encourage you, those of you who have friends who are widowed, to reach out to them and their children.
Yeah.
What do you say, Sandy?
Yeah. You know, I love that you said about being triggered. If you're a widow, you know anxiety, and you know that's so scary. And anything that triggers it can take you back to day one. So, Marina, you are so right. Check on your widows. This is a whole world crisis. Like, I don't know if extraterrestrials are about to jump on the earth next. Like, this is wild, right? Guys, your widows are doing this by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we are trying to figure out, how are we going to keep these kids in our house? How are we going to educate them? How are we going to provide for them? And some of us don't have another adult living with us.
Yeah.
So check on us. If you're a widow, here are some game plan rules. You cannot survive chaos in chaos. You have got to get up before your kids and have a plan for your day. You have got to turn off the news. You knowing that there's 17 more people infected in your county is not helpful information. So you can't, like, this is the time to Netflix and chill with your children. This is no time to be on CNN and freaking yourself out and freaking them out. You guys have to, I would encourage you to do something family time. My daughter wants to do a restaurant night. I'm the only cook in this house. So we're going to get fancy and I'm going to be a chef. But do something that is just going to encourage you. Get rest. Go to bed early. You have to take care of yourself. What's happening in the world is a lot like the first month of loss. We don't know what is happening.
Right.
And so that's very triggering. So take care of yourself as a widow. You have to have order. I would encourage a schedule. I would encourage, like, in this house, everyone's going to bed like we're going to school tomorrow, because I can't be up at 6 and up until 11 at night. And I would argue that you can't either. So I want to encourage, if you're a widow, you're doing it by yourself. I'm the only adult in this house. This is like day one. Grieve, freak out, but don't freak out in front of your kids.
Call someone.
Call someone. You don't have to do it alone. And that's why, as if you know a widow, don't let her do this alone.
Right.
FaceTime her. Call her.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be around people. If we're listening to our government, we should be good stewards of what our government has asked us. But you can make sure she's okay emotionally. You can call and just say, just cry.
Right. And let me say this as well to those of you who would call your friend who's a widow and allow her to cry. You do not need to offer any suggestions. This is super uncomfortable. Just let her grieve. This is, it is really triggering. That sense of loss of control. And like Sandy mentioned, the inability to, like, I have no idea what's going to happen. It really brings up a lot of those emotions, like exactly like Sandy said, that takes her right back to day one. And I would also encourage you as a support network person to have compassion.
Yes.
Whether or not you can understand it, just try to understand that you don't understand. Yeah. And there's nothing here that you can fix, and that is okay. It is okay for your friend to fall apart right now. It's okay. We all know we're going to get through this.
Yep.
Let her do it, and be the one to call and say, hey, I'm here. I'm here for you to cry it out.
Yep. Yeah. Just creating space, right? It's just creating space for us to feel our feelings. And the truth is that, Marina, you just called on it. Like, this is so triggering. It takes us back. And I think that what happens as a widow is we can't be crazy, hopefully, with our kids. So we just ball it up, and it's us at night just crying or just feeling our feelings. This is a scary time for the entire world. I believe that there's hope, that good things are going to come, that this is going to, I just so believe, guys, that this is working together for our good. Me and my kids watched a show last night. The last time we watched a show, I couldn't tell you, maybe Christmas. And we are purposing to do things that are right for us. In our family, we are Christians, and those Christian values are the first thing that we're dealing with every single day, because that's what brings us peace. So I'm not afraid. And widows, you guys, We can't control anything. We don't know what's going to happen. We can just listen, wash our hands, pray, be smart. But we can control what we intake. We can control our reactions. And as like you said, if you know a widow, reach out. Make sure she's not alone.
Absolutely. We're gonna end this video. Hopefully you'll get to see it on the replay, and I'm gonna post it on Facebook because we're not quite so savvy yet that we know how to do all this stuff.
Right.
We don't know how to simulcast. We'll
Yes.
get there.
We're getting
But
there.
that's okay. There's so much
Yeah.
grace. I just wanted to say, if you are a widow or if you are one who walks alongside a widow, that your best days are ahead of you.
Yes.
That this is what do I want to say? I want to say peace be upon you. That's what I want to say.
Yes.
I just want to say peace
Yes.
be upon you. And so I use my words and I release into the atmosphere peace upon you and your household.
Yep. Yes.
Be at peace.
Yes.
Be
Yes.
at peace.
Marina, that's so true. And something for the widows and for the community, anyone's watching this, we get to choose peace. We get to choose it. And this is what I've told so many widows. Sometimes you have to re-up your peace 5 minutes at a time. That's okay. That's okay.
Widow or
Find
not.
peace. Do yoga. Do whatever is going to, stretch, but find peace. We speak peace and love and hope.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're a widow, I'm just looking at you right now. You stood in a room likely with someone that you loved who is dead. This isn't that. You made it back from that.
Yeah.
You're going to make it through.
You're going to make it.
Find hope. Something I've told every widow that's ever come in contact with me. Find joy. Here's my side joke. Sometimes that heifer hides. Find her. Every single day, find joy.
We love you guys.
We love you. I'm so grateful for this organization. I'm so grateful for Marina. I'm so grateful for you because your best days are ahead of you. And
Yes.
these kids are going back to school this year in Jesus' name.
Yeah. All right. We love you. We bless you.
Yes.
And we will figure out how to share it.
Yes, we will. Love you. Bye.
Bye.